back to the Car Connection Workshop. Exciting stuff going on with the Jeep TJ Wrangler Rescue 1997. But before that, a little bit of housekeeping. The biggest drawer in our toolbox is for you on our website at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. That's ccbusnet.com. On the homepage of our website, you will find the logos for all the businesses that make this video possible, our program partners. And today we're just going to say a big hello to, who will it be now? The Crystal Ridge Dream Center, that are faith-based nonprofit organization that help to take care of people in the entire Niagara region, all ages, from little humans to adults, seniors, single moms. They have after-school programs. They feed out the door about 200 people now every Tuesday, every Friday. And if you would like to be a part of that community that they created, that would be an absolute great thing to do. If you donate $25 or more, you will get a tax receipt. But whatever you could do and whatever is laid on your heart, check them out on our website. For 31 years, Car Connection, our on-air live call-in automotive program, we've always picked a nonprofit faith-based organization to align ourselves with for a whole year and just be there to make awareness and to support them any way possible. So Crystal Ridge Dream Center comes with us all the way into 2026 this year, and we're glad to be a part of what they're doing there because we don't have time to do what they do. So thank you to all of you. If you donate in any way, shape, or form, let us know. We'd like to hear from you. So just click on their logo on our homepage, and that'll open their profile page and connect with them. All our links for you to be able to connect with us on all platforms are in the top right-hand corner of our homepage at ccbusnet.com. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Stevensvilleontheweb.ca. Click on the businesses tab to open our profile. Our iHeart podcast logo is there. You can find us on any platform you're pulling your podcast from. Just type in the search Car Connection Workshop, and our merch store is there. Buy some merch and help someone to get to one of the campuses at Total Freedom to deal with their addiction. And that's what they're there for. A new life is waiting for them there. So thank you for all those buying merch. Let's jump right into today's video. I left one piece, well actually two pieces. We just painted one. If you haven't watched the video, we just painted the other half of the clamshell because the one I wanted to use will not work. So as you can see, this is really dirty from here all the way back. And what you also have to look at, which you can see pretty good in the dirt that's in the texture, you got to get that clean. So down here, I got it all cleaned out. I got a little bit of dirt here. I will get that cleaned up, and I'll get this cleaned up over here. And I'm going to show you how to do that because the prep is everything. So I need this to be black along with all these pieces I've already done. So we need to finish this side, and then it'll be ready to paint black. So here's how I do it. And everything I'm going to use, you can get yourself. Nice cotton cloths with little nubblies works really good. I use a little bucket, and I use this degreaser, and I've used this for years, a little plug-in for Zepp. This is concentrated heavy-duty citrus, not petroleum-based, and you don't need much. I used to clean my shop floors with this, and you can buy it at the Prince of the Palace store. You just need a little blurb. That's it. That's all you need for that whole pail. And then I will use it until it's really, really dirty before I just pitch it out. I don't use it for one job and then pitch it out. No. I leave my rag in there. Now I'll use some hot water. As hot as you can handle is best. As hot as you can handle. Now I'm not filling this bucket with that much product all the way up. I'm going to blow about halfway. That seems to be a favorite flavor that works really, really good. So I used to work with dairy cows that have to clean their udders, so the water was really hot. The meadow ladies love that heat. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to degrease it first to get off as much as I can of the crud that's on there. So be gentle with it too, because this plastic stuff, it can break. So you want to, all I'm doing is I'm just degreasing right now. That's it. That's what I'm doing. Just degreasing it. And then there's a stage 2, which is really important. And you'll see in a minute. So this is my cleanup center. That's why I have toothbrushes here. And I'm just going to get that in there. That's a little too tight. So I use my sulca brush. And I just get in there and clean that up. Then up here, a little bit in there. Just loosen that dirt up and then it's going to come off. Flip it over. Just get in there. You can get in there with another toothbrush. Just pick one. Don't throw your old brushes out. They're tools, great tools for when you're doing this stuff. Because this is dirty, that half. And if you don't get the grids like this clean, then your paint is going to be all for naught. Because that's going to be the first place that it's going to chip off. Again, when I say toothbrushes and sulca brushes. Because I'm just going to get right in there, and in there, and in there, and clean that up. This is your prep. So this is where you got to shine, folks. If you want it to turn out really, really good, then you got to put a little extra effort in to make that happen. You know, guys at car shows and stuff, those cars don't put themselves together. This isn't going into a car show. This is just going to be a workhorse for me to haul firewood, haul the firewood wagon in and out of the bush, and to also take the little donkey in there, which is my splitter. Okay, so now SOS pads. I keep in the Ziploc bag because I find the box is just a headache. And what's nice about these is, here's one I've already burned out, but I cleaned everything with one SOS pad and half of this. This is 000 steel wool. It is only going to scuff it enough to give a surface for the paint to adhere, but not leave any scratches. So this is really cool. And so I just wet it. That's all I do. You don't see it in a bucket. It's not in the bucket. And now I'm going to clean this off. And because it's textured, you're going to have to go circular to pull the dirt out. And I just shove it in the corner of the sink so it'll hold it for me. And then get this stuff on here and make sure you get your edges. That's the other secret. Make sure you get the edges, because the paint will start to chip there first. Every single time if you don't. See the dirt coming out? See the crud? Could be cigarette smoke. Who knows? Who stinking knows? We don't know. So I get my little steel wool in there. But this is doing you a couple of things. It's prepping the surface for the paint to have a bit of the texture. It's getting the dirt, pulling the dirt out of the texture, and it's prepping it to go. I don't need to do the other end because I've already done it. And then I will now rinse that. It's still pulling it up, so we're going to rinse with as hot as you possibly can, and make sure you clean your hand, because your hands will contaminate your work. So you've got to clean your hands along the way, otherwise you are just putting material back on your project that's not going to work out. So if you're wanting just to fix the old gal up in the driveway and make it go a lot longer, this is how you do it and save a ton of money. I don't need to replace this part. I don't need to go and find one. I got one. Okay, so now I'm going to clean it one more time. I'm going to look at it, and I still see some dark spots in there compared to where I've been on the other end. I can get it cleaner on the second round. So you'll watch it coming out. It will, see it's lifting. See the yellow? It's lifting it out. So again, this isn't an all day affair to get this painted. I can have this painted in less than a half an hour. In a half an hour after that, I can be installing it. See the yellow coming up? That's crud. That's the crud that will stop the paint from adhering. So like I said, that trim paint, it is phenomenal if you do the work. So if you're working on a project and you got pieces that are all different colors, I'll tell you what, you can make it happen. You can make it happen, or and get it done, and it'll look amazing. And it will not peel. Again, make sure you get your edges. Very important that the edges are prepped. And this is coming up yellow. So away we go. So I'll finish this off later and I'll have it painted, but that's the step. I'll probably, because I'm still getting some yellow coming up, I'm going to clean it till I see no yellow coming up. Once I see nothing but suds, the soap. So the soap, that's another feature of the SOS pads is, one, you're getting the crud out of there with the soap. Two, you're getting just a light scuffed surface so the paint sticks. And three, what was three? What was two? Does anybody really know what time it is? Yeah, the other thing is the soap is providing a lube so you're not dry sanding it. It's like a wet sand. And I'll tell you, you can do this to anything that you want to paint around your home as well. It works phenomenal. So I'm just wiping this with just a damp, clean cloth. Clean. It is clean, believe it or not. I washed it in the citrus. So citrus cleaner is going to be your best friend, and you can buy this whole jug for like 20 bucks. That thing will go forever before you need more. So I will finish that up for you, and then I'll show you the finished product when it's painted, and it will probably already be installed by that time. But I wanted to show you, how do you get to this place right here. This was gray, that was gray, that was gray, that was original, but sun scorched. It's fixed now, it looks great. That was gray, and now it's all black. So thanks for stopping by. Just remember, if I can do it, you can do it. And if you want to save money on a building and maybe just playing with your vehicle and bringing it back to life and kind of giving it some TLC, you can do it. You can do it. And if you haven't been watching our 97 TJ Wrangler Rescue, you want to get on our YouTube channel at Nile Motormouth Jenkins, or use the link on our homepage of our website and follow what we've done, because when this is done, I'm actually going to show you how much it cost. How much it cost to rescue this Jeep, do all the repairs and maintenance that was neglect, and that was the reason why the engine blew up on this, which put it in the wrecking yard, was neglect. All the stuff that we fixed to this point is nothing but maintenance and neglect. And that's costing you thousands of dollars every single year. So until next time, keep it under 100. Happy, healthy motoring always. And come back and visit us again in the Car Connection Workshop. Bye for now. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. If you enjoyed the video, like I know you did, ring the notification bell.